Oh,
Tosin.
yeah, you just joined. Hi, Tosin. Good afternoon. Can you hear me?
Hi, good afternoon, everyone.
Yeah, good afternoon. How's the weekend? How's your day?
Yes, the weekend is going on fine, and my day is to a good start. So, what about you?
Very well, thank you. So, all right. So on the call with me is the career lady, the HR person. We have Peter, lead mobile engineer, and then Ishelwa Isaac, Adeyemi Isaac. That's the dive admin. Right. So I just needed to understand that this is a mock interview, typically how a real world interview would look like. So at this point, I would yield the mic and I would allow um, our HR person to pick it up from here. Kenny, if you can hear me.
Yeah. Hi. Hello, Oluwatosin. What would you like to be called? Tosin, Tituola.
Okay, so my name is Oluwatosin, and my surname is Titulala. So, I would prefer to be called Oluwatosin.
All right, great. Hi. Good afternoon. My name is Kendi Olanshola. And like Christopher has said, this is a mock interview preparing you for what you'd likely face when you get out to the real world, right? So Christopher has introduced the people on the call, and then we'd like to take an introduction from you. So just very briefly, talk about yourself, your work experiences, educational background, talk about your skill sets. I'll just let you, introduce yourself very briefly.
All right, thank you. Thank you for the warm introduction, everyone. So, my name is Oluwatosin Titilola. Okay, so I studied microbiology, but obviously I'm not working in that line. Uh, Over the past years, I've had the opportunity to work, in different sectors, from the food sector down to the tech ecosystem. So I started out my career as a business manager. So sorry, as a restaurant manager, where I get to manage teams in a fast food industry, and from there, one of the requirements of being a manager then is to be able to manage teams and also come up with product ideas in order to boost sales and increase to meet sales target and all of that. So along the line, during my years of working as a manager in a restaurant, I found out that I have this gift of coming up with ideas, coming up with innovative ideas. All right, so I then took it upon myself to make a research as to how I can transition into the tech ecosystem. So I came across product management. All right, so I enrolled for the training, physical training. It was a paid one. All right, I could have gone for a free training, but I wanted to pay so that I can be more serious and devoted to the training. So I paid for the course in product management, and that kickstarted my career in the tech industry. I started as a product manager in the year 2022, if I can remember. And during my first year in the tech industry as a product manager, I led my team to secure a cash prize in dollars, right, in an hackathon. And the solution we built is currently being developed right now. I still in the building phase. So after then, I worked with different industries as a product manager. I started as a volunteer, right? So like I can start on the right foot to learn, shadow other PMs. So I started as a volunteer product manager, then later on transition into internship, then and also undo some projects too as a product manager, right? So after that, I also um, took a course in the gaming industry as a game developer. So I'm actually a product manager, a game developer, and also I'm also, in the track of learning mobile development. That's Flutter. Right. So my journey in the tech ecosystem has been a mixed. I don't know how to put it. It's been filled with fun, frustrations here and there, and trying to ensure that I am on track, like I'm up to date in tech ecosystem. Yes, that's a little brief introduction about myself. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. Please confirm that you are gearing towards mobile engineering, or is it still product manager?
Okay, yes. I forgot to thank you for yes. So journey towards mobile app development. That's mobile engineering.
Okay, all right. So I'm staring at your CV. I'm not really sure I can see anything relating to mobile engineering. So, do you want to explain the transition?
Okay, so if I can remember, like remember very well, I told during the, should I say the onboarding section, during this training, I told the instructors or the facilitators the reason why I'm actually joining towards mobile engineering. Number one is to upskill, right? Because I found out that if I'm to kind of function well in the as a product manager, let's say I want to go like I'm joining towards like I want to be a technical product manager and I need to understand how some of these apps are being built, and also I kind of took interest lately in mobile development, right? Which is why I enrolled for this course as a mobile engineer, right? To be a mobile engineer actually.
All right, thank you very much. I'm going to hand over to Peter to take technical questions. Then we can circle back to me so that I can just ask some other HR related questions. Peter, over to you.
All right, thank you very much, Karialidi. And hi, Tosin, how are you today?
I'm fine. How about you?
Okay. Yeah, I'm really good. Okay, so I guess you understand that this role is literally like the mock interviews for a mobile development role, right?
Yes, I do.
Okay, so I think Karialidi also mentioned that because I was checking your CV and I cannot probably right, let me find something related to Flutter that I can work with. But however, I'll just get your just go through some technical questions on Flutter and see how your your current skill set and how you can just write from there. Are we good with that?
Yes. Thank you.
Okay. Okay. All right, so quick one, right? You mentioned the other time that you started mobile developments why, right? So can you just probably give me like an overview of like what is Flutter and just what is Flutter and how does like what's the programming language all about? And what do you understand by it? With the few months of experience or few months of training that you have.
Okay, so I understand Flutter to be a framework to build applications, iOS, Android, and for web platforms. And the programming language that is being used is the Dart is Dart. Yeah. So and you also mentioned how I got to start learning. I started learning Flutter last year December. It was self-learning, not until I came across the program by Dev Africa, which I kind of enrolled. So yeah, so
All
Flutter is
right.
used to build applications, Android, iOS, and web
All
across
right.
Android too.
All right, thank you. I think I get that. So my next question will be like, do you know like anything about widgets life cycle, or how can you explain that in Flutter?
Okay, so widget life. So widgets generally, they are the how would I put it? Okay, so let me set an example, right? So I can every should I don't know if I should use asset. Every UI is a widget. Let me put it that way. Down from the let me say the the text button, the icon, the um and then the likes. Those are widgets, right? And they make
All
up
right,
the application.
all right. But do you probably have an idea of like their life cycle? How from let me just give you an example for that. From the initialization to the building and to back to the rendering of the screen. Do you have an idea of that?
Well, not really. About widget life cycle. Let me see. Let me see if I can give it a try. So from the initial, like what I understand by initialization is that for instance, when you're writing a code, right, when using a lit function, right, before the function is being called, we have to initialize it. That's the init state. That's the super that the init state has to be called before the UI can be updated. I don't know if I tried with that.
All right, I think I'll go with that. So that's just the flow. Actually, it's just from initialization. Then sometimes I could call the init state, then from the build method, then to the dispose and the rest like that. But I think you really like that's fine for me. So another question I want to ask now is that what you've explained like what I mean you've given an example of what the widget is in total, right? So what is a state, and also what are the types of states that we have in total?
Okay, so state management is used to manage the whole application. So we have the provider, we have provider, we have set state, we have block management, we have river pod. They are used to manage the applications. Yes.
Okay, that's the types, right? That's the types of states. Like, I mean, do you know what a state is actually? Like, can you add the context to that? Like,
Okay,
what's a
so
state?
state management is used to manage let me say the UI of an application. When let's say for instance now for provider, when it's being implemented, it updates the UI in real time. Yes.
All right. So another question I want to ask now is like, do you know what feature builder is, and when can we use it?
Okay, so for yes, I have an idea, right? Okay, so for let me set an example. When building an e-commerce website, right? So let's say we have the product category. We have the product, right? So the feature builder is used to get access to the product log in, like when it's being called in future. Like I'm trying to come up with a very solid explanation for it, right? Because we inside the feature builder, right? We have the item builder, which kind of builds the
Yeah.
sorry.
Yeah, I'm following. Yeah, I'm following you. I get you.
Yeah, so it's being used. It's used to tell, like it tells Flutter, or how I put it, that okay, I'm going to need these particular items, or particular, yes, let me use what items, because Flutter we have the item card, we have the item builder. So it tells Flutter that okay, like the user will need so items in future.
Okay. All right. All right. So I'd like to ask, like, have you worked on any API call in Flutter, and how can you just give me like a overview of how the flow works?
Okay, so I have to be honest, right? Like I haven't got into APIs because I'm actually taking it step by step, right? I haven't really watched, like, done anything that's to do with APIs. Yeah, like I haven't at all.
Oh,
But I kind of have an idea that we have if we are to fetch data from the API, we use something like get. Then we have get, post, and that's what I can remember. I'm just trying to remember from what I know.
yes, we have get post, and we have put patch and the rest like that. So I think that is clear, right? So since you don't really have an experience on API calls, Okay, so let's just go into UI and I'll give you like a scenario-based question. Are you still with me?
Yes, I'm
So
with
that
you.
I just want to understand your approach, then probably I'll just ask one or two questions, then I can hand over the written back to Irali. So how do I want to do this now? Okay, so if you are working on the Flutter application now that displays like a list of products, right? And everything is working fine, but there's now probably there's so why probably you are trying to call the endpoint, there's no internet connection. So how do you handle it from the front end side on your UI side?
Okay, so okay, so that will be done by using the if else statement. Like if for instance the connection state is not connecting, the it should return if the connection state is connected, it should return let's say user connected successfully. Else if the the data is still loading, let me put it that way, it's still it should return waiting, something like that. Like then if God, I'm trying to, how I wish I can actually just show, like show, is it displayed or something,
So
right?
just
So
give me like is a scenario based, like just give me your, I just want to know your approach, and I think I'm trying to I would get that. Just explain probably your approach or what you feel like. Okay, is it that you are saying now that you have like a try catch this thing, and once there's an error, it will go to that catch folder or catch
yes,
block or something like that?
yes.
Okay.
The try catch error we, yeah, we will be used.
All
Yeah,
right.
the try catch error
So do you know, like, do you have an idea what null safety means in Flutter? In that, sorry,
about no safety,
null safety.
no safety. Okay, yes.
Okay, can you explain?
Think I do. I think I do.
Hey, can you just explain it for me, please?
Okay, so for the null safety, let's say for instance, they're trying to a user is trying to update his for the sign up page or for the login page, a user is trying to enter his detail. So null safety will be used in the sense that if a user if a user does not enter his detail, it should return null or kindly input your details, something like that. Then yes, I think it's in that line.
Oh, okay. All right. So my last question will be that what do you understand by technical debt?
Sorry.
Sorry, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
So I said, like, what do you understand by technical debt?
Technical debt.
Yes.
Sorry, can you help out with the spelling of the debt? Because I mean I obviously I don't know. I haven't heard of it before. So
Okay, all right. Don't worry. Okay, so the technical debt is just like just a normal debt spelling, right? DEBT, right? So technical. Let me just explain the flow so that we can just probably just round up from this technical section, right? So it's just like a scenario whereby that you have like a short timeline, and you have to like finish the feature, right? So there are some things that you have to rush, then you have to now go back to do and probably refactor it and make it work better. So that's the technical, that's what the concept of technical debt. So I think I'm good now, right? Kennedy, I think over to you. Thank you very much, Eduardo.
you're welcome.
All right, thank you, Peter. Hi, Oluwatosin. So I was hoping that I could ask you more questions, but we have just 5 minutes left. So I think it's more important to give you feedback than to ask questions. But I would ask just one question and then give you my feedback from your resume and also, a bit on the interview. What is your ideal work environment like? So if you work in a company, right, what's your ideal work environment like?
Okay, so my ideal environment, or what I think it should look like, is where one can easily like as an employee, one can easily you know they give employee the, let me say, how am I going to put it right? I'm sorry. Like, they give the employees a, like, if you want to, like, sorry, like, I'm coming. There's a word for it. Is it nimble or something? Like, they give employees a chance to prove themselves, right? Learn on the job. Then when he or she kind of fail, right? They give the employees like an opportunity to redeem himself or herself, right? And it's then also, I would love to work in an environment where, like, my opinions or my contributions are actually valued. And yes, I think that would be it for now.
Okay. Where do you work at the moment?
Okay, so I work with an esports company as a program associate.
Okay, and is that recorded in your resume?
All right. So for my resume, I understand that some things are not captured on it, and I have an explanation for that. The reason why I did not put, first of all, I have different CVs for it. I have different CVs actually, but I should have added mobile engineer to it, but I did not add it because I have the experience. I haven't worked on the project before. Like, I'm still learning, right? So that's why I did not add it to it. And for the program associate, I have different CVs for it. I have different CVs actually.
All right, not a problem. So I'm being told that feedback will be given to you later. So I guess that's all from me now. Christopher, over to you.
All right. Thank you, Oluwatosin. Thanks for joining. So you can drop off the call now. Would give a roundtable feedback, and then we'll let you know once the video is available, so you can review. So you can drop off now. Thank you for joining once again.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
All right. Thank you, Kenny, Senior HR. Thank you, Peter. So first, we have another call in a few minutes, but I want to get your feedback. I will start off with Kenny. I'll start from you, then I'll go to Peter on the technical side. What do you think he did well? What do you think he would have improved? Where he would have answered differently? Just a general feedback.
Okay, so first off, I don't think so. If he had submitted his resume for a mobile engineer role, nobody's going to call him because this is not a resume for that role. I understand people have several resumes for different for applying for different roles, but this cannot even go past an ATS for this particular role. So he will not even have the opportunity to be interviewed. A lot of things are wrong with the CV. I was hoping to address them during the call, but that didn't happen. But anyways, aside that, he's confident when he speaks, except that he goes back and forth with trying to answer questions. Which the thing with interviews is you have to sound confident even when you're not sure sometimes. And then you can also say, or if you're not very sure about something, you can also say, I'm not sure about this, instead of taking so much time to answer a question and thinking and all, because there's no time. The time you're spending trying to rack your head, the time slot that has been allocated to you is already running by, and they're just going to try to rush your interview as fast as possible. Yeah, so that's it for me. There's a lot for me. The reason why I was hoping that I would speak to him is there's no way that he would have an interview session if your CV, because nobody's going to give you that opportunity except if you were recommended and they're like, oh, I know this person that knows that can do this job. But if not, this will not get him an interview, not to talk of a job for the role. So
All right, thank you, thank you. So I'm actually sharing the resume at the moment. His resume, right? But know that whatever feedback you give right now, he would likely he would see it because the videos will be made available publicly, and then he can always rewatch, and then others can also watch and learn from. Yeah. Peter, let me hear your thoughts. What do you think, generally and then technically?
All right. So generally, actually, I when I saw the CV, it was I practically don't have anything to work with. You get, because I feel like the interview flow, like once we start the conversation, and I think I'll probably pick something from what you have said, probably about your experience and all. Then also probably what I can see in your CV, right? So I, at some point, when I started the introduction section, I was a bit, I mean, I was just lost because I literally don't know what to start with. So that's the first that's the first that's the first comment I would like to make. Then also on the technical side, so I mean, there are a lot of things that it's to me, I feel that one is he still has to learn like a lot of things. That's first. I mean, these are just they call basic things of Flutter, right? And also aside learning, and the learning should not just be like probably you are trying to watch a video to solve a problem. Like you need to also read, because some of the questions I ask, I am very, very certain that he literally knows it, but because probably he has not read about it, probably he has just watched one video, so he cannot even put a context to like, okay, this is what this is doing. And there are just some basic things that I mean we use around in Flutter, right? Then I also could not go further because I mean, we understand that he said that the experience, like his experience level, is not has not done much of API integrations, and we also understand that. I mean, was a mobile if a mobile application if you don't have anything. I mean, if you can't do like a basic API integration, and if you don't have, I mean, experience on that. So generally, I feel that he also feel like he was literally struggling to like pick up some things. I don't know why. I mean, we all understand that interviews, this thing can, I mean, can be somehow, but I feel that after a while, after 2 or 3 questions, he should probably pick up, but he actually did not pick up till like I mean to the end of the interview like that. So my general review would just be like he has to like learn more, and also understand like the basic. I mean, aside watching tutorials, also I mean read, because it to me was sounding as if he was just coming to the interview to come and I mean I don't know, probably the preparation was not so solid, because if he had even probably just googled online like okay, what are the basic interview questions for like a junior role or an internship, these are the things that I mean he would talk about. And I was even thinking that he would also probably share his experience on some of the tasks that I mean he worked on Dive Africa, so that would even add the context to like, okay, you will really understand this part. I don't know if you are getting me. I mean, if this what I'm trying to say is a bit clear. So I think that's just my general overview of the whole interview session.
Oh, okay, okay, great, thank you. Mr. Adeyemi, do you want to share your thoughts if you have any?
Okay, okay, sir. I'm in transit, so there might be a little bit of noise.
Yeah, it's fine.
But I'll be speaking from a dive standpoint, like, and I'm going to start from where Mr. Peter stopped, because we gave them capstone as a way to get them like some sort of experience. Okay, I work on this. During my training in Dive Africa, I did this, I did that. So I was expecting that. So, but I understand for the mobile engineers, I think we have a little bit of issues and they couldn't get some things done. But that was why we told them to submit a portfolio, and we could have gathered some things even in class, some of the assignment and all that, gather them to a portfolio and submit. But like the career lady said, resume wouldn't even because of a job. Because he didn't even I'm not sure he referenced anything he did in Life Africa. So I think that's a minus to him. You are applying for a mobile role and not a project manager, because when it's about so it's a mobile development role. So I'm not sure there's any link between those two. So next time, I'm sure he's going to watch this video. Next time, he should, whatever he did in Life Africa, probably where he's doing the assignment they gave them, their capstone, what he's doing in the boot camp, should have created them in a drive and submit, probably on his GitHub and all. So I think some of his colleagues that are watching this video, they should gather the assignments in a drive, gather GitHub. That is why we give them the capstone. That is why the assignment, I'm sure they give them as a weekly assignment. It is not for fun. The assignment, they are not there for fun. The capstone is not there for fun. The boot camp is not for fun. Gather them. It's you are gathering experience. So this is not a mobile development resume, and I think you should do better. You should do better. You should do better. And like the car lady said, it was just, if you don't know something, oh, I don't know, I'm willing to learn on the job. I'm willing to learn. Don't be saying I think. Don't think, oh, I don't know this. I'm willing to learn. The junior role. You are not expected to know everything. Don't say I think. I'm willing to learn on the job if I'm given the opportunity to learn. Simple as that. So thank you. That's what I want to take.
All right, thank you so very much. Thank you for sharing your thoughts. Thank you once again, Kendi. Thank you, Peter. Thank you, Ademi. So I think we will be bringing this session to a close, and we'll pick up the next session with the next candidate.